Welcome back to another episode of the DMV channel. I'm Jeff Dixon, Isaiah's behind the camera. Last weekend we put this motor in the Miata. This weekend we're gonna put a transmission behind this motor in the Miata. Let's get to work. So we pulled the motor up and now we let it back down. It was too close to the firewall and I just don't want to trim the firewall up that much. There is some major support in the firewall for the new cross member that we welded up. So I don't want to cut a whole lot out of the firewall. I don't mind to trim a little bit. So we're going to move the motor forward about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And that should make enough room for us not to have to trim the firewall a whole lot. And the way we're gonna move the motor is pretty simple. We're gonna cut these motor mounts off this plate and re-weld it. We're gonna leave the rest of this, then we'll clean it up, refit it, try it all again. Now I know what you're thinking, that this is really stupid and dangerous, and it is. Don't try this at home, but the deal is I gotta cut that, and I don't want to jig it up in the bandsaw. I just want to get it done. And these little discs would hit, the arbor would hit. So we had to pull the motor out again. Got to put a different oil pan on it. We have a new oil pan, but it's going to be a good opportunity to see if there's any metal shavings in the motor, in the oil pan, and we got to change it out sometime. So let's get to work. Who would tighten it this tight? It's ridiculous, people. I'm going the right way, right? Seriously, why would you tighten one this tight? Let me get my cheater bar on to get the oil plug loose. Right, that makes sense. Idiots! One time I stopped to help a guy change a flat at a gas station, and he said he didn't need any help, but he was literally standing on the four-way to tighten it up. There is a little bit of, there is some metal shavings on there. Kinda makes me a little bit nervous. I would expect a little bit though. So we'll look at this when we're done, once it all settles. There will be stuff in the bottom of the pan if it's in bad shape. I do see some scrapple in there. Let me clean my hands up and we'll explore in there a little bit. This fascinating, isn't it? I know why 50 of you tuned into the last video. This is invigorating stuff. Got some gloves on. I do see like some fragments down in there. Actually, I'm gonna take that out real quick. Oh man, look at the dirt. Look at the dirt. Holy cow. Well, you never know what you get with these salvage yard motors. We will definitely be pulling the main caps on these and checking, putting new bearings in and checking clearances. Look at that dirt. I mean, there's an 1/8 inch of dirt and sludge down in there. Whew. But I do, what is this? A little piece of metal, I think. Not sure what that's from though. Could be casting or something. I don't know. It might not be metal. It might be plastic. Wow. Gosh, that's crazy. Okay. So I've got to take the pickup tube off and then we can put the new oil pan on. Well, we have the motor mounts in and you can see it moved the motor forward about 1.5 inches. And I may take a gusset, I have some gussets, and put 2 gussets in there. It looks cool and it may serve a little purpose. But I don't know. Boy, with the oil pan there is a whole lot more clearance, and we planned it that way. I knew ahead of time what the oil pan would be. And our rack is going to be just within 1/4 inch of the bottom of this. So man, the rack's going to be close, but that's what we want. We want the motor down as low as we can. Okay, well, let's put it in the car. Alright guys, we got the motor in. There's not much trimming that needs. A little bit through here, just a moon shape, and a little bit down here. I don't know about my gap. I'm about 1.5 inches off of the firewall back here on this bank. Let me know in the comments. I tried looking all over the place on the internet to find out how close these actually are to the firewall. 1.5 inches on that side, probably 3 inches on this side. Not too bad, I don't think. The motor is in there though. We're gonna pull it all back out again, then start prepping the car to put a roll cage in it, and that's gonna be pretty fun. So, see you guys next time. Oh yeah. That's it. That looks great.